Kim here with Little Biz Resources, and today let's look at copywriting or writing copy services and how you can get started in 24 hours or less. And yes, you can do this as a beginner. All right, so this is part of our multi-part series. This is the 5th service, copywriting or writing copy. And I say that because a lot of people think that copywriting means that they're going to, copyright something and it has to do with legal. It doesn't. This is not. This is about writing content. Now, the first video in the series covered the 9 services as an overview. The second video was ideas for reaching out to find customers and clients in general. And then we have videos on each of the services plus videos on how to sell services. All of these videos are meant to help you get started if you want to offer different services. Links for additional resources will be in each video description on YouTube, or you can see all the videos and more information at littlebizresources.com/9services. All right, so service number 5, copywriting or writing copy. So considerations for this training, there are entire courses dedicated to copywriting. So this is just an overview, and we're not actually going to talk much about the actual copywriting, how to do it, right? If you want to skip the classes, just check the links in the description for learning more about copywriting and how to get started fast. I'm going to talk about different resources you can utilize to help speed up the process of offering the service. If you choose to use those recommendations, each resource will have its own specific training to help you on your journey. So what are copywriting services? Writing copy, or the content within marketing, is creating the words that help people convert or take the next step. Okay, so it's writing the content. Text that you see on Facebook ads or posts, Pinterest pins, physical advertisements like brochures or billboards, emails, website content, and plenty more. It's all copywriting, especially if it has to do with marketing. Here are some areas that are critical to having good copywriting. Headlines. The main written element that captures the attention of the reader, whether it's the first big bolded sentence on a page you go to, whether it's the top of the brochure, the title of a book. It could be the subject of an email. Those are all headlines or similar to headlines, right? Then sub-headlines, when they're needed. I have to emphasize this. There are plenty of products that sell or convert just off the headline alone. Okay, so really it depends on what you're writing, what you're selling, what you're promoting, whatever it is, right? So that's going to vary whether you even need a sub-headline. But when it's needed, it's critical for continuing the reader's journey, right? Then there's storytelling. Again, not always needed, right? When you learn about copywriting, which you can learn through the links in the description, you learn more about when you need a story, when you don't need a story, right? When you need a sub-headline, when you don't need a sub-headline. But anything that requires words needs someone to write those words. That's the act of copywriting. So what is the purpose of copywriting? Of course, we've kind of already talked about this, but basically to make money or otherwise convert people to take action. It's to get them to make the click. For marketing, the goal is to generate leads and make sales, right? And then there's other areas where you might want to use it where maybe you have some sort of team and you want people to sign up for the team, or you want to promote some sort of information, or if it's political, you want to have them click on your particular information and follow you, stuff like that, So copywriting kind of shifts back and forth, but for the marketing purposes, it's always to generate leads and make sales. And even if you're, all I want to do is communicate with my existing customers. That's okay. You're communicating with your existing customers to eventually make sales. So those actions that you take in between is still copywriting. And the different parts of marketing require different copywriting elements. Let's look at funnels. The purpose of a funnel is to take the person through each step of the sales process to sell more or convert the person to a sale. We talked about that in our last service. Copywriting in funnels is how that is done, right? So if you're doing funnel design and creation, then you are just kind of taking the content from your client and putting it in the funnels. When you're writing the content, you're also providing copywriting as the service. A bad headline, especially in a funnel, is the difference between making a sale and not making a sale, or getting the lead to convert or not. Okay. And so your headline is the most important. Literally, you could just say, hey, I'm going to change out your headline, and that's a service to some people. Now, how to offer copywriting services fast. Now, we don't want to go through an entire course to learn copywriting, right? Instead, we can use templates and software. I'm going to provide a link to different resources in the description for you to review. Just, click the links, look at the stuff, see what you like. There's going to be different software ones. There's going to be different programs that you can look at. Within probably about 6 hours, you can go through everything completely and make a decision. And that's assuming you stop and go, potty breaks and drinks and everything else. With the software linked, and this is the software specifically, you can get started within 24 hours. If you want to learn more about copywriting and understand it better, and you're like, hey, I want to be able to do this better and rely less on software, it could take you a little bit longer. And I recommend you start with a free book in the description. Okay. It's an amazing book. I love it. Now, what type of customers want copywriting services? Copywriting is not an inexpensive service. This is not an inexpensive service. Okay. You should charge decent prices for this. This, even with software, it's going to take some time, right? It's still going to take some time. So you don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to $50 and I'll do a headline for you, because you don't know what all is involved in that, right? You don't know what your client wants. You can't really say, I mean, you could say $50 for a headline and just use a template and fill it in, but it's not always that easy. And so keep that in mind for your pricing, which I did an entire video on pricing separately. Now, unfortunately, most people do not understand the importance of writing good copy. In fact, I have to say that most people think that they write something, it's amazing, and they don't understand why people aren't clicking. And the reason why is because even though you think that people that are like you want to buy what you have, that doesn't mean they speak the same or are captured the same. I'm the same way. I may be very interested in a subject, but if that headline doesn't capture my attention, I'm not going to connect with it and watch the content or buy whatever it is that they're offering, simply because that headline wasn't good enough to capture my attention and engage me enough to make me realize, oh, I do want this, right? So because people don't understand the importance of that, they don't look for copywriting services as frequently as they probably should, right? They want a result. They want something that can be, hey, I can increase your sales by 100% or something, right? They want that result. The best customers for this are companies that are already making sales, but you can see the copy on their page is bad. And you're like, hey, how do I tell that, Kim? Well, go through the training and the resources linked in the description to learn more about copywriting specifically and how to identify that. And you'll be able to look at somebody's page and go, oh, I can improve that, right? I can improve that. And so then you would want to target those that you can improve and say, look, I can improve your page. Here's what the service that I offer. And this is what the result that you will get from it. Focus on headlines. And that's because sometimes you can provide a single headline that will double sales, literally. So if you can see a really bad headline, but people are making sales on that, that's somebody that you can help. And that's the whole point of what we're offering services for, right? We can help you. If they have crappy products or services, I would just steer clear altogether. But if it's something that you're like, hey, I can help them improve their sales, I can help them increase their leads, whatever it is, simply by changing the copy on this, this is a great service then to offer. If you already have an existing customer base, this is really easy. Go through, you should already have, some sort of, file on your customers, right? And so you could go through and look at their content and see and just say, hey, this is a service we're offering. We're going to give it to you as a discounted price. And then do it one-on-one. If you have a sales team, have your sales team reach out to those people, to your clients and say, look, this is a service we're offering. This is what happens. Do you want us to review it? You could even offer just review services, right? Once you have software or you have the templates that you need, you can look at it and say, look, this doesn't really fit in this. Let's try this, right? And then you can apply a fee as appropriate. So in the free copywriting book linked below are templates. They have templates in there. Well, headline templates, except as an example. You can use these to run your own tests when giving away free items, like your own free items. Then use software to generate headlines and copy for your own pages. Document the difference, right? Google Analytics and conversions are perfectly fine for documentation. You can say, look, we had a 3% conversion rate here. We changed out this headline and we got a 6% conversion rate. That's a huge difference to most people and most businesses. Use case studies, whether it's yours or if you're working with your client stuff, to show how you increase conversions and people will want the service. You do that once or twice for yourself or for somebody else, and you can easily start promoting it as, hey, this is what we're doing. Let us help you get a free consult or get a paid consult, whatever. Now, how do I find businesses that need copywriting services? Of course, this makes a great add-on service to other services. And if you want to sell this as a standalone service, you can reach out to other businesses. Of course, if you don't have an existing list, and you would want to use a business to business marketing strategy and let them know how you can help. Watch the video on 3 methods to find prospects and leads. Okay. And in this case, you want to go one step further beyond what I talk about in there and look at their content and say, hey, because you want to focus on ones that really do need your help. If it looks like it's converting pretty well and you're not confident that you can change it, skip them. Put them on a list for later if you really think you want to attack them later for something. You can get listed on Fiverr and other service marketplaces. Create an ebook or report to help other business owners understand the value of copywriting services. And of course, we did an entire ebook and report training already, so watch that video if you want tips on that. You can generate examples in your own business. Examine your headlines and other copy. Test, get experience, and then sell the results, right? You're not going to sell copywriting services. You're going to sell, let's increase your conversions. Let's increase your sales. Let's increase your leads. That's what you're selling. Copywriting services might be what it's called, but that's not what people want. They don't really care what it says. They just want it to convert. I say that, but there are people who care what it says. So just go with it. All right. So what other services can you offer? Well, you can offer this as a standalone service. You may want to offer it as a bundle or extra with something else. Right. So potential services to offer separate or as a bundle, you can, obviously do as an upsell later. Funnel services. We talked about this in the last one, but you can offer a full service funnel where you create the entire funnel. So that would be funnel creation, funnel design, and you provide the copy. That's the copywriting, right? The content on the pages. So when you're offering both, that is massive. You're basically doing the entire thing for them, right? So you're going to charge a lot more than if you just offer funnel services or you just offer, hey, I'm going to change a headline out for you. Then ebook or report creation. Many companies need a variety of options to test what is best to bring clients in. Providing the copy in these ebooks and reports is a great bundle or upsell. Even if you're just providing alternate titles, that can help. Email marketing. This one, I kid you not, this one is like, if you're going to do email marketing, you should probably just say, I only offer email marketing with copywriting services. Now, we'll talk about that when we get into email marketing, but subject lines make people open the emails, right? Hey there is probably not going to get an open. I can tell you what goes straight to spam for me, and it's, I checked your website, spam, instantly, right? SEO services, spam. There's certain things that I just put them straight into spam now because I'm sick and tired of those subject lines. You need to use proper copywriting to get your subject lines right for emails to open. And most people get this wrong. If you can offer copywriting services, if they don't want to have you manage their emails, that's fine. Tell them, have them send the emails over and tell them that per email, you're going to charge X amount per title or per subject line in this case, and you're going to use your templates and or software to help come up with that. And then maybe you suggest some tweaks or something, right? You might say, hey, here are some other things that inside the email you might want to change based on whatever service you're providing. Now, video creation. I didn't talk about this a lot in here, but copy extends to the scripts of videos, right? And webinars for that matter and everything else. So literally copywriting is anything to do with marketing and the content is copywriting. So you can do scripts for videos, you can do scripts for webinars, and that you can charge for that as well. So not only you're going to create the video, but you're also going to provide the script and maybe you're going to throw it in some text-to-speech software, right? You're going to offer all of those services. That's huge. That's massive. That's a lot of services that you're offering. Now, app design and hosting, of course, this is service one that we talked about. You provide the content for the website or the app, the pages, right? So in our app design, we talk about how you can make it be a website or a standalone app, whichever one you want it to be. And in this case, you do want that serves a purpose, right? Websites serve a purpose. You don't just, a lot of local businesses think that you just have to be present, but you want your websites to convert people. You want them to get excited or to get serious about what you're offering, whatever that page is about, right? So you can provide the content or content adjustments through copywriting. All right, next steps. The next video in this series we're going to look at is local SEO, which is search engine optimization. I'm going to try to keep it shorter, like I've been trying to keep these a little bit shorter. But I'm going to be honest, local SEO is kind of one of those exciting ones for me, especially since we've got some really good resources for you. But there are links to resources about copywriting here in the description on YouTube, or if you're on the page, on the page. You can also check out my ebook, $10,000 a month with only 10 sales. It's free. Click the link. You can sign up and get that ebook. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and help the video spread to more people. You can join the Facebook group and ask questions there. You can come live on Thursdays and ask questions, or you can ask questions here on this video. And I thank you for taking the time for watching this.